My man. My man. My man.
All right. Hey, James. Go ahead and unmute yourself there, bud.
Yeah,
There you go.
seeing me back. That's the one I was looking for. God,
How's it
man.
going?
Oh, well, I'm doing okay. How are you today?
Good. Good. Now I got my vanilla porter,
Ah,
and Abby's drinking.
yeah, watch out for that one.
Bird dog.
Yeah, Bird Dog Blues.
I don't know where we got that.
That's Eileen.
You're drinking.
Eileen got that
Oh,
for
she
us.
did?
Yeah.
Eileen got that. Bird dog what? Bless you.
Thanks, Eileen. Thanks,
What was it
Eileen.
again?
Bird dog blues.
Bird dog.
Table wine.
Ooh, some table wine. Well, guys,
So I'm gonna.
I've had a very eventful day. We have a fundraiser today at my place of work. We had the community really rally together, and
Excuse me.
it's been a big thing for us here, Jeff. Big Ten canceling. That's kind of our big fundraiser for the kids in there selling concessions. So I applaud the community showing up, and we actually made more than we did last year. So that's what we try to do every year, is make a little bit more because it goes straight back to the kids. So I applaud you, Lafayette.
Nice.
That's my
Good stuff. Good
that's
stuff.
my applaud for them. Go clap. Go clap. So I want to know how this Facebook world is out here. I want you to know, Facebook, if you look to our right, if you there's a chat room. In that chat room, you can ask anything you want. You believe that?
Yeah, so today's going to be talking about Abby.
Yeah.
She's nervous.
I am
It's
nervous.
okay to be nervous.
I'm so used to talk.
Be gentle, Facebook world.
Yeah.
No, I'm used to talking with. Yeah, I'm used to talking with James and Kevin. But like, I feel like people are watching
They are.
and listening.
They are.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Literally they are.
And Kevin's setup here is insane.
Yeah.
He just spent like an hour setting us up. There's screens everywhere. I don't know what I'm supposed to look at.
I have James in 3 different places, and I
I
have
see all-
us in 2 different places.
Yes, there's so many.
You guys, I just want you guys to know you are a bit echoey.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, you're very echoey, actually.
Well, oh,
Like you can hear us.
Like you can hear us twice.
Yes. I just want you to
Fix
see
it,
if
Kev.
you guys can fix that real quick before we continue.
that might be you listening to us through Discord and
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause Discord
stream.
real quick, and I'm going to turn on the stream and see how it sounds, okay?
Okay. What's going on, Debo? Yeah. How are we sounding on
You
there?
are absolutely correct. It is me. You're only echoing for me, so I can put up with it. Which is,
Nailed
Thank
it.
goodness.
which is completely fine. Otherwise,
I can't take.
Hey,
otherwise I'm going
it's
to-
nice to be right every now and then.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But let's hold there. Like, see this hand? Yeah, talk to it, because this face ain't listening. So, Debo, I see you now. So what's good? So tonight we'd like to welcome Kevin Steiner. We always welcome him, Dan. But his better half is
Jason shared the stream.
Oh, yeah. So we got Abby with us
A
tonight.
little loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down
That's fine.
later.
So we just went over. I didn't show what I was drinking tonight. Tonight, guys, I am drinking a little bit of a Bud Light just to go with the trend of brews and booze. I messed up our
Bud Light Lime, nice.
Yeah. So, awesome. I'm excited to do this tonight. I'm excited just to talk paranormal for a while. It's been a heck of a day. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited to just talk paranormal and just kind of get lost in paranormal for a little bit. How about that?
I agree.
So,
You ready, honey?
Are you ready,
are
honey?
you ready for this?
Yes.
I
Are you-
guess.
Are you ready to go warp speed? I don't know if that means.
I'm scared.
They always are. It's okay.
So what I will say, we do have a video for us to review, but I didn't get it set up. So there'll be a little when we get to that part. I'll have to finagle a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine too. So Abby, what is the main thing that interests you about paranormal? Okay, then you can think for a second if you would like. But what is the main thing that interests you in paranormal?
One word.
One word.
Alien.
Aliens.
Alien.
Aliens.
Yeah, you know what? Aliens is a good. That's actually.
Richard, thank you for buying a T-shirt.
Oh wow! Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, they bought the white
Yay,
the white
merch.
podcast one.
Yay,
Thank you so much.
Yay, merch.
Yay,
That's
merch.
awesome. Thank you.
If anyone's interested, at the top of the in our description has our website for our merch. Go check it out. And yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Sure, you buy merch. Want you to wear it, tag us in it, and we'll give you a shout out. We'll feature you on our page wearing our merch. Absolutely, that's something we can do there. I think it's a great idea. What about you guys?
I think I figured out what our problem was with our echoing. Is me and Ad both have our
Mic's on.
you can hear us through her mic on Discord. So I muted her in mind. I don't know if I'm still echoey or not.
Well, let's go to the chat room.
I am so confused. This whole process. There are screens and mics.
We thank you guys for bearing with us. Like you said, this is only like our third or fourth show getting to it. We've never had two people on the same screen at the same house. So just bear with us while we work forward. A couple minutes. So I will talk if Kevin.
I told Kevin.
That sounds
I
better.
told Kevin that I could go somewhere else.
There. I muted you on here.
Oh, sorry guys.
So you're
I
gonna
wasn't
hear
muted.
her through the. You're gonna hear her through this microphone. She can listen through her headphones. We're trying to figure out this double audio thing, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it on one computer, so she's using her cell phone. Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
So I'm like hooked into this. It was me. I wasn't muted. Hopefully we're better.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Oh, Dan says good job. Okay, so we must sound better.
Jennifer, thank you for following.
Awesome. So let's bring it back a little bit, and let's go back to my question. Besides aliens, Abby, what is one thing?
Oh, yes.
And you can't say your husband. I'm just saying that because we got a lot of couples.
My man.
You can't say you got into the paranormal because your husband did. That is
okay.
So you have to tell me what interested you in the paranormal, or what really got you going.
Well, I'll just say I don't think I would be part of a paranormal group if my husband weren't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I have always been interested in the paranormal. And I think for me, which is going to sound kind of silly, but my only answer to that is it goes back to movies. When I was young, E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, anything that was a little odd or weird, I loved. I used to watch them with my dad, and he let me watch The Exorcist one time after I begged him to watch it. And then, of course, I couldn't sleep alone for like a week.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think he had I think he had an interest in it. Yeah, I think he had an interest in it. So I had an interest in it. So it does go back a ways for me.
And yes, Alan, I did forget to put on sunscreen today. I am just happy I had a tan before this, guys, because if I wore my mask all day, there's kids right now that didn't have tans. And you know what? 2020 is bringing it in. It is called the mask tan line. It's a thing this year. It's a freaking thing this year. I walked by this girl today and I was like, oh no. I'm like, you might want to lay out Sunday or Monday to balance that out. She's like, what?
Even that out.
I'm like, she's like, what? And I go, you got a mask tan line. She's like, oh. Of course, you tell a teenage girl that, she's freaking out going to the tanning bed after the car wash.
Also, my uncle's watching, and I want to say shout out to my uncle. Hey, Danny, how's it going?
Hi, Uncle Danny.
We have some Juttons tuning in from Chicago, so shout out to the Juttons. They are my Father's Day crew. We go to the lake with them every year,
Oh, nice.
a couple days a year. So I saw Jennifer. She got in here and shared and liked the stream and followed it. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. So it sounds to me, Abby, like aliens is what really kind of drove you into this, actually.
I wasn't joking.
I know.
Well,
It really was my first interest.
you've had an experience.
You did. You did have an experience that caused Ken and I to
Well,
try
we're
new
talking about
fields.
aliens.
Yes. But I didn't know that I was going to tell the world this experience. So,
Okay.
so that now they can.
She's telling the world.
Hey, guys,
eight people. She's telling the world.
if you're listening to our stream right now, I guess don't, because she doesn't want to tell the world. So you're good now. You can tell them now. It's cool. I told them not to listen.
So I will say Abby's biggest thing about the paranormal, which she is working on, is people accepting her for her views and things, because you are learning more about what your interests are and what excites you. And you're afraid sometimes because you did have a bad experience at a job one time where people called
Oh,
us
yes.
Satan worshippers.
So,
Because we did do the paranormal, which is that's not what we did.
See this? This is a flag and throwing it up. Yellow flag. Timeout. Yards for delay of game. Backup. What? So let's
Go ahead.
rewind.
About the
About
job?
the job.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So we're gonna be discreet. We're not gonna say any names or anything like that.
No.
I'll give you the address.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember
You don't remember that?
exactly what happened, but people found out that we were into the paranormal, and I think they assumed that we were
Well,
devil worshippers or doing seances or something like that.
Well, part of it is certain beliefs, Christianity, certain sub branches of that religion. They think all ghosts or entities or anything are
And
demons.
Yeah, so they think that's who we're contacting.
So
Some
yeah,
people believe
there
that.
are some people
and
out there that
that's
do
what we got
believe
called
that,
demon
yes.
worshippers.
There's some people that just believe in good and evil. There's no in
So she
between.
had
Yeah.
a bad experience.
Yeah.
She had a bad experience about someone she didn't know very well in the public eye, and I get why sometimes you say certain things,
Yeah.
talk about
Oh,
things.
It's
Absolutely.
also a confidence thing and just getting older, I think, and caring a little bit less about what people think of
See,
you
yeah,
let's
and
get
think of your interests.
That is true.
But right, I think it's hard to come out and say I do this on the weekends and not expect some people to think you're a little kooky, you know. But I think you just have to get past that and not care. Yeah.
You gotta.
So that's just
There's something about being a little crazy when you go to an insane asylum and they want to lock you in the worst room they ever had and the most deaths they ever had, and you're like, yeah, that sounds.
or put you
Yeah.
in the the little
the gas chamber. The gas chamber. Didn't you go in the gas chamber at Missouri State Penitentiary?
we all did. We
Yeah,
didn't have an
I was
so
there.
it was disconnected. It was disconnected
Yes,
from
yes,
the
yes.
rest of the place. So we didn't get to go until the very end.
yeah, we did. We did.
And we were exhausted already. It was 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
And then I drove us all the way home,
Unfortunately,
straight through.
remember,
She wanted to go straight home, and I was like, I'm too
I
tired.
remember that because unfortunately that weekend, not unfortunately, I can't say unfortunately, we made Show Choir Nationals and it was unexpected. And that was the same weekend. I
Good for you
actually
guys.
had to go to Chicago that weekend. I'm really upset that I missed that one. But oh well, on to the next. We'll make sure to do that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do like is that you, even though like you had a mild interest in the paranormal to start with, that you really have supported Kevin in his venture. You really have. And that is one big thing that I want to thank you for, because we would never be where we're at today without your support for supporting Kevin.
Oh.
So I wanted to tell you that live. I was going to tell you I was going to say that before, but thank you for your sacrifice. Let him have work long hours
Cry a little
and
bit.
stuff like that. It is noticed and appreciated. I know he doesn't say it enough, but thank you.
Aw, thanks, James.
It means more coming from you. She's like, oh, you're annoying.
Well, it's you do get people that think you're kooky for being involved in the paranormal, but I've been dealing with people who think I'm kooky for marrying a kooky guy who's involved in the paranormal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she's worried about other people's judgments still.
Oh, but anyway,
You got me thinking.
yeah. So I did have an experience once
Go ahead.
that made you guys.
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
You drove through the fields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was like a service road in the field,
Oh, okay.
but yeah.
Okay. So I was working at an office in Kokomo. This was November. I don't remember what year.
Okay.
2010? Okay, it doesn't matter.
Whenever the
Tornado.
the tornado hit.
This was a Friday,
All right. I'm listening.
and I was driving home. Yeah, I was driving home from Kokomo. So anybody who's from here knows that you got to take State Road 26 all the way from Kokomo back to Lafayette.
We do.
Single lane road.
And I saw in the sky, here it goes, a triangular.
These people don't think you're crazy.
Lighted.
It's okay. You can say whatever you want. These people
I
don't
know.
think you're crazy.
I love everybody that's listening. Yeah, thanks. I really did see something that I couldn't explain and that I didn't know what it was. And I really felt compelled to pull the hell over because I didn't know what it was. So I did. I pulled over on 26. It was November. I got out of my car. I stood there. I watched it hover. And then I noticed that 4 other vehicles were also pulled over and looking at it. So I'm not alone in seeing this. People were there. None of us spoke to one another. But we stood there for a good couple of minutes until it sort of darted off and everyone just sort of dazed and confused got back into their vehicles. I do remember thinking I stood out there with no coat on and I wasn't cold because it was November
Well, you were in
and I
shock.
take my coat off to drive. So if anybody does hear this who was there, I've been looking for you people. Guy in the green pickup truck, lady in the Honda Civic. I've been looking for you.
remember these things. You remember the cars they drive. That's awesome.
So
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So afterwards, she calls him, and
And what did you ask me first thing?
first thing she was like, "I just saw a UFO." I'm like, "So you got a picture of it?" Oh
Nope.
no, I didn't.
No.
I'm like, "The fuck have I been teaching you?"
I don't know. I couldn't think. I should have gotten out my phone. What the hell?
I just have to laugh at it now.
That just clicked.
Such a fail.
Like me, I would have been like, pictures.
Oh, hang on.
pictures."
Jessica's watching until Branch Babby says, I missed him.
Aww.
They love him.
Well, hi,
Yeah.
Brad.
Anyway, so that happened. So I called you guys and you drove to Kokomo, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually-
I called James.
it was
James
within,
shot right over.
It was within like 7 minutes. It was ridiculous. Like, I was in my truck or something, and Kevin's like, we gotta go down, man. So we packed up like Men in Black, and we're down 26, like, we're gonna find it. We're gonna roll to it. We're gonna find it. But
So we get there and we get to the spot and we see helicopters.
we did.
We didn't see anything other than this. But
It was-
what we saw was odd
It was,
because we saw what, 3 Apaches?
it was 3 Apaches circling over the field.
Yep.
And reason,
And I was like,
is it a little background for me? I was in the military. I worked in the air wing of the Marine Corps for a while, so I am able to identify the aircraft and everything, and I know what the light patterns are and stuff like that, just because of being on the airfield so much. So when we got there, the thud, the thump of a military helicopter was there, the lights matched and everything, and it sure was. It was Apaches that were flying around. Back down, here we go.
But that was really cool. That was a fun experience. I mean, even seeing the afterthought of it with the military getting involved,
I mean, yes,
that was an interesting aspect that I don't know we would have ever figured out or had a experience on our personal level with that.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
absolutely.
it was really weird. And then I just want to point out that this was on Friday in November.
Yes.
That following Sunday was when the tornado tore through Kokomo and tore it up. It was awful. So much damage.
In November.
And it was a really random, non-springtime tornado.
Yeah.
Don't have any idea if that's connected at all. But it's just a way that I remember the timing of it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to say this next thing now. So, we all know when there has been historically big things that have happened. This Castor, there's one of them James's and it hasn't came out in a while. Catastrophes is what I was going for. Around, there's either a sighting of paranormal or UFO. Coincidence? Maybe. Or, who knows, right? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's funny how we both did that. It's like we've been around each other for years.
Yeah.
That was good. So, I mean, to each their own. They're going to either way. That was,
You're breaking up there. What?
I am.
You were just for a minute.
Oh, sorry. I pulled away from the microphone. I have that one setting on, so if I get more than 3 inches away from it, it cuts out. So that was interesting. We went out there. We were out there for a minute looking up things, and we were like, man, what if it comes back? Everything like that. And that's actually one of the things that triggered us to do one of our podcasts in the beginning about aliens was that experience too. When we were doing it out of the Lafayette Theater, when we were rolling down there in the 3rd floor studio. Shout out to Kofi.
That was a shout out to Kofi. That was such fun.
Oh, I love doing it
just
there.
to start that.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love doing it the way we are now. It's actually we've came so far with the graphics and everything, and just let alone to be able to do it. I'm sitting in my
We learned.
shelter right now doing a podcast. Stop.
Yeah, and you got a green screen that I set up.
Yeah, he did. It's black on there. It's green behind me. so really moving forward.
So I got another question for you, Han.
For me?
Yeah, where is the place that you would love to go if
Yes.
you could go anywhere? If you can investigate anywhere, you know, no restrictions on travel or wherever, where would it be?
Where would
Well, it would still be in the US, which is kind of boring. But Proctor's, James, Proctor's Ledge
Ooh.
in Salem,
Ooh,
Massachusetts,
that's a good one.
where the witches were hung. I would find it hard to believe that there's not something there that would be interesting
Let alone, yeah,
to catch.
yeah. I mean, come on now, Moundsville. Ah, that's true. Bo, hey Bo Che, what's up, bud?
Bo made it in. Hey,
Get
Bo.
Bo going. Nice to have you, bud. But I
So,
think all
yeah,
of
that
Salem would be a good place to go because just the rich history of Salem.
Oh,
what
yeah.
took place there, and you know what? It's crazy. It's like they literally could yell witch and they would execute them because the church said so. What?
Yeah, crazy time.
yeah. Yeah, I would love to go to the Stanley Hotel. My uncle was saying he wanted to go to the Stanley Hotel.
That'd be great.
That would
Yeah.
The Shining, dude. Oh, classic.
Creepy.
Stanley Hotel in Essex Park, Colorado is one of my favorite places, so I want to go back there. It is amazing. Another place that, is cool around here that I want to check out is that cemetery somebody posted. Because I've never met something that's ran ran me out of anything. So if I want to go where the spirit does not want me to be there, like at that level, and I'm antagonizing it, and I'm just walking in, come on, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
And just for the pure fact, I want to prove or disprove what everybody's saying about it on Facebook and reading the reviews. And I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Those said Abby's choice would be really fun. Yeah, that would be really, really fun.
Thanks,
Working
Bo.
around.
That would be crazy fun.
It would be interesting.
Oh, dang it. Am I in my draft now? So, during all this, guys, I'm doing a fantasy draft, sorry.
What is going on?
My league
Is the draft
I
started?
hope I'm not first.
If you're not first, you're last.
You're not first, you're last. I think I was first. I think I just... Oh, no. I don't even know who I got.
You'll be
I got Ezekiel Elliott from Dallas. That's all right.
Tracy, Grand Hotel Mansell?
Mackinac.
Mackinac
sorry,
Island.
it's-
Mackinac Island.
Yeah, that
Like on Mackinac Island?
Yeah, that's a good one.
that would be cool.
That one I don't know much about. Is that a common one that I don't know much about? Okay, that would be interesting.
Isn't that Mackinac Island? Are they allowed to have is that like where there's no electricity, or am I thinking of a different island in Michigan?
What?
Sorry,
You're thinking of
Hmm?
island in
Never
Michigan.
mind.
You're really thinking of a different island in Michigan because they have Mackinac. It's a very paranormal oriented place. They have a lighthouse and stuff there, and it's they hold the Paracon there.
Oh, nice.
You've seen it. We've talked about going actually.
Tracy says there's no cars. Ooh, fun.
I might be right. Ha,
Yeah.
that's right. I think I know it. I
Electricity.
think I know what you're
How
talking
do you
about.
get no electricity for no
Sounds
cars?
Well, I might have confused a few details. That
You
might be my.
confused electricity and vehicles?
Well, now they're electric cars, honey.
Well, that's true. There we go, Dan. They have electricity,
Can't power electric cars there. Well,
just no cars.
I
All
bet that
bicycles.
changes that. They're more. Anyway.
But it would be great to try to investigate there because you wouldn't have like car noise.
That would be an interesting place to
Right?
investigate because you are
Yep.
eliminating a lot of the factors. Sometimes when we go to these places and we're in the middle of town, you have to worry about cars driving by, trains, flow, and everything. Right there, you just got to worry about a boat. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I've heard good things. I've heard a lot of people go up there, and a lot of good things come out there for it.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of good things. So
what are you interested in? So one of the things you picked a place that dealt with a lot of witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alleged.
Alleged.
A lot of these poor women were just
Ju-
women who are a little bit different, or
So you read a book about this, right? Did you bring that
I
book out
actually,
here?
yeah, I did. I actually did. What's it called? Your ancestry.
Yeah.
Thing. And I found out that I am a direct descendant of Alice Young, who was the first witch in the U.S. that we know of, who was hung. This was in Connecticut, and I think it was 1647. It was before the Salem witch trials. And there's a book about her, and I'm gonna plug it because
Shameless.
it's one of Windsor.
I like how she holds it. Like
Can you see it? I don't know where I'm looking at.
you're looking right there.
Okay, hello.
No, down.
It is okay.
Anyway, this is a historical fiction. It's hard. There's not a lot known about these women at this time. If they didn't own land and they weren't married to someone important, we kind of didn't matter. So their names were recorded as being hanged. This book is a historical fiction. So the author, Beth Caruso, she did her best to piece together what she thought Alice's story may be. Basically, it stems from an influenza epidemic that happened. Am I nerding out? Is this too
you're
much
fine.
about the
Keep
book?
going,
Okay.
keep going.
There was an influenza epidemic, and she was an herbalist. She learned a lot from the Native Americans who were there when they got there, and people still died from flu, even though she tried to help. And it seems that she may have been blamed for a lot of that. But she had
it was unknown. A lot of the teachings and everything were unknown to them.
Yeah.
Not.
So anyway, if you're interested in things like that, One of Windsor by Beth Caruso is a really great book. And Beth and I have actually emailed back and forth the author, and she's fantastic. She got me hooked up with a group of other descendants of Alice's on Facebook. There's a whole group of us that are trying to find each other and just get information. So that sort of set me down the path of let's start researching witchcraft. Or
Wicca.
in today's world, more specifically, Wicca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big thing nowadays. It's actually a huge,
Yeah.
huge thing.
Yeah.
And one thing that you did, which was really interesting, we did one thing. Well, you did it. You told me about it. We made some special water.
Moon water.
I didn't know anything about this, and I know I haven't said anything to James about
Oh,
this.
right now,
James has no idea.
I'm ready to hear it.
He doesn't know about moon water?
Oh, I didn't tell him anything.
Oh, I thought we
No,
told him.
no.
Okay.
We might have mentioned it, but I mean, so it's basically a whole little sequence of events
Yeah.
that have to line up for you to make it.
Let me just say, I'm not Wiccan, but I'm really interested in checking it out.
Yeah. And I'm all for everyone in
Yeah.
the group to be able to explore their own interests and
I think it's interesting. But there's a thing that you can do around the full moon. Actually, the night of the full
Well, let's
moon.
hear it.
You put jars in water. You put water in jars, and you set them out under the full moon.
Okay.
And you say a little. Gosh, I don't want to say spell because that's not what it is. But you just say a few words to the moon goddess.
Okay.
So in Wicca, the goddess and the god are the two deities. The goddess is represented by the moon. So you put a sort of say some words about how this can protect you. You can do it your own way, but you put it out under the full moon and you bring it in before the sun comes up, and then you can keep it sealed in jars, and you have moon
so
water.
that's moon water right
That's
there.
very cool.
So we have some. I'm kind of just keeping it to take on an investigation and see if it offers any kind of protection or stirs anything up. It's all experimental right now.
So,
Who knows?
you know, for people who want to dive into the Wicca religion
Oh,
aspect,
here.
and you learn all that in here,
Yes.
Wicca.
Wicca by Scott Cunningham. It's called A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. It's kind of the basics of Wicca. If you're not really sure that you want to be Wiccan, that you want to cast spells,
I mean, you're
or that you want
really
to get all
into the
into
nature
it.
aspect of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they revere nature.
Yeah,
It's basically a
that's one of the things that drew you to this.
yeah. It's kind of a sort of a pagan thing. I guess it's a subset of
Like,
paganism.
this part of it all, I think, is all just a
Yeah.
happy bonus
Yeah.
of it. You know, like, we want to try new things because we're in a paranormal group. But the whole
Well, you know-
nature side of it is really where you feel connected with
Yeah, it's really interesting. They really revere nature. Nature's a big part of it. So yeah, read up on it if it's something that you think you might be interested in. That's
Tracy,
what I'm doing.
thank you for following. Sorry.
That is very,
Hi,
very,
Tracy.
very interesting. It really is.
So now we have moon water.
We
And I
have
just feel like
cultures.
some of us go into investigations with cross necklaces.
We always have some
that have
form of
been
attachment
blessed.
with this.
Yeah.
Everybody has
Yeah, or something.
And some people who don't believe in the religion, like atheists or whatnot, can use maybe Wicca as a way to protect themselves if they like the nature side of things. And we're all about trying to expand our knowledge and research and figure out new ways to protect ourselves and each other.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm hoping to become kind of an expert in Wicca practices and then maybe bring it to the table for some investigations or something.
That's a great, I like
that might sort of become my niche.
I like that a lot, actually.
And I'm trying to make sure she has the time to do all that research. So
Yeah. No, absolutely.
a couple days a week that you get to go do that. You get to.
I did research last night.
Yeah.
We were kidless last night. Avery spent the night at her aunt and uncle's house. So I looked up what Wiccans thought about at the afterlife.
Okay.
Just learning.
That's a good thing. That's how I fall into the rabbit hole. It really is. I get, hey, I'm going to let you down. I'm going to hop on my phone. And then I see a video. And it piques my interest on the video, and then I just fall down that rabbit hole by looking stuff up, and then 2 hours later, I'm an expert in this video. That's exactly what happens to me. Every
You've
time.
watched it like 3 or 4 times, and you're just like, yeah, I see all the small details.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
And that's
And we do stuff like this. We eventually it won't be just about the group
no.
members, but we wanted to play homage. We wanted to make sure everyone got a voice, got
I got to introduce
experience on
themselves to
here.
the whole world, so we just let them know what we're doing and everything like that. So it's been nice. I think we have a few more group members to get through, and then we're going to really dig into some good stuff. And,
some topics,
we're gonna do
and
some
that
evidence
expands
review,
our knowledge.
and everything like that. So I'm very excited.
Meet some other groups.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
We have a couple
I know
groups that
Jay
wants to come on, stuff like that. So we're gonna roll that a little bit. But is it time to
LP Productions wants to be on.
LEP? Yeah, they're very, very. I love Jay and Jason. They're they are awesome. And those are the people I work.
Yeah.
Those are the people you work closer to, so you guys can hang out every week.
Yeah, no, they seem like a lot of fun. All that whole batch of people, and Ryan Hensley and all.
Oh, I love him, Brian. I love him. So it might be time to get the band back together,
So I just thought of something.
What's that?
So there's one experience she's had that she hasn't talked about.
Okay.
And I
Did
don't
you
know
ask
if she
her
remembers.
if she wanted to talk about it, Kevin, or you just pulling it out of your butt and making
No,
it about her own
he
mouth?
did not check with me.
No,
He
she has
is
no
just
idea
pulling
about it.
this out in front of all of the viewers and listeners.
We're doing it live.
That's all right.
This is happening.
We're doing it live.
When you're live, you're more often to tell the story because everybody wants to know it now instead of, hey, I'm going to talk about this tonight. No.
Well, I hope I remember it.
Yeah, no, she might not remember it, and that's fine. I remember it. Well, at least in my way, I remember. I try to remember these kinds of experiences. So we were at Mount Vernon.
Okay.
It was me, you, and Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
And we were sitting there talking to the clients, and you were sitting next to one of the clients, and me and Josh were on one couch, and you were let's see, I have it in my head. So how the house is set up is there's like this little hallway. There's a little hallway, and she's sitting next to the opening to the hallway in the living room. It's to her right, and we were talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden you said you felt like someone touched you on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a little frazzled by that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
how could we forget about
I
that?
don't know, but that's like one of the most.
Something
That was like her
touched me.
first experience if she wants to think about it as like if she thinks it was paranormal, it would be like one of her first experiences of something touching
Yeah.
that you
But
ever had.
here's why I rule that out a little bit in my head. Okay.
And this is
And I'm
what
a
she
little
does.
bit of a skeptic.
Yeah.
I overthink it after the fact. Anyway. But I was really inexperienced. Were we married or dating? Or
Well, we were obviously dating.
well, I mean, like, were we dating or married?
We were dating.
We were just dating. So I liked this guy and like I went on this thing.
We weren't in the honeymoon phase, everybody.
Okay, well I was new at this.
We were in new. It was years of dating.
Right. I was new at this though. And I still wonder to this day if my mind just played a trick on me or if I really felt. I do remember though feeling something and jumping.
Yeah.
Because nothing was there. No
And
one
nothing
was
was
over on
there.
that side of you. The client was on this side of you, and you got touched right here.
Yeah. And I must have felt something or I wouldn't have reacted, right?
So
But
I could
still sometimes I think about
see it in her eyes. So I could see that she was really uncomfortable and just didn't know how to process what just happened. Like, I mean, she was just confused, and I could tell. And I looked at her and I go, "Do you want to switch spots?" And you're like, "Yes."
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, that sounds
So
great.
then we switched spots, and that's why I remember it so well. Is because I was like, she looks really uncomfortable, and I don't want her to sit there any longer. Because one, I'm a leader at that point, and it's not about my girlfriend, it's or my fiance. I don't know what you were at the time or whatever. It doesn't really matter, but you know, I'm the leader. I want to make sure the entire team is comfortable as well as they can be. And we were in Mount Vernon, like 4 or 5 hours away. I mean, it was a drive.
That's
So
a
we
pretty
couldn't like
far drive.
really, we've had certain scenarios where we were closer and someone was uncomfortable. We could have just asked them, just go. You're uncomfortable. Go pick us up later. It's fine. But she really didn't have that luxury at that point. But I don't think you were like that uncomfortable. You just didn't know how to process.
No, I just didn't want to sit with that shoulder to the open hallway anymore. I
And-
wanted people on either side of me.
One
I
thing,
didn't want to leave.
Yeah, one
but-
thing to add to that was we spent the night. That was the first time we ever spent the night at a client's house because it was 4 hours away, and we were like, not for sure if we're going to be able to come back in a timely manner to make sure the stars align where the clients have time for us to be there on top of us having time to go that far. So I was sleeping in the chair, and in the same hallway I was talking about, there we had motion sensors. So I had three motion sensors set up, and on there, I woke up randomly. I was sleeping in a chair. It wasn't really random. I was uncomfortable. I don't know what time it was. So I remember waking up and just kind of sitting there adjusting, trying to get comfortable, go back to sleep. But I saw one of the motion sensors light up, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't hear anyone. Is someone awake? And so there was one motion sensor I could see, and it lit up. No one was walking. And I was like, no one walked by it, but it lit up. No one's moving. And the whole house is asleep. And then there was another motion sensor. So one motion sensor was over by the bedrooms. The other one was in the living room, open to the hallway, like in the hallway, but open to the living room. And the other one was in the kitchen. And then I saw the lights get brighter, so it let me know the one in the kitchen went off as well. And then they all went dark, because after 30 seconds, they all go dark again, because that's how they're set up. They're automatically to go off for motion. Obviously motion sensors. And then in the same order, or in the opposite order, the kitchen one lit up, the living room one lit up, and then the bedroom one lit up. And I was like, something just walked back into walked from the bedroom to the kitchen, and from the kitchen to the bedroom. And I just saw it. But everyone was sleeping, and I didn't want to start investigating, but I was like, I woke up and I was like, holy shit, it's crazy. So to add to your validity of your story of what you might have experienced, I mean, stuff happened there.
Yeah.
I wish Josh Jacobs was the one time he doesn't make it.
This time, he would talk about it all the time.
Yeah, he talked about Mount Vernon, and there was a huge flood that happened before we left, and
Oh yeah.
oh my god, we threw this kid, one of their kids, in the back of the van as we just started chucking equipment to it because I mean the water. We parked on the side of the road, and the water was up to the bumper.
Oh wow!
Was up to the bumper, and like that's no joke.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it was pouring, and we just got done doing I would say a mock blessing, not something that I would say was like an official blessing. Justin, thank you for liking the stream. But yeah, we did that, and then we had I'm sorry over the spirit.
Spirit
And that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
and
very cool.
yeah, we had the whole family apologize, and allow space, or say you can stay, just respect our space, and we'll respect your space. And they all said sorry in their own ways, and then it came over the spirit box. I'm sorry, and we're like, we're done. Like
Yeah.
no more. We're not here to antagonize. We're not here to do any of that stuff.
I've been available, and they know what's going on with the investigation. That's exactly it.
So that, I mean, I think you legit had something happen to you,
Could have.
at that place. To
Thought
my,
I did that day.
in my opinion.
No, absolutely. Well, I think we got a big one. So before
Yeah, we do. And sorry, chat. This is going to be a bit of an adjustment. So I have to do this live. James is gone there.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you're gone. No one can see you now.
What happened?
Oh, I just moved you out of the way there.
Just shove me
Let's
over, I
see.
guess. Just treat me.
People see that? Well, people will see that. Perfect. Wouldn't be that. It's not that bad, actually. All right, so we haven't seen any of this. And James, you see it on there, right?
Yeah. That's what
But you broke up there, buddy.
see you now.
I'm muting you so you could see it. Stream can still see it. And we're going to play it. So this is going to be our live interpretation of what we're seeing here. And, we'll just give you our live take on it.
The top 5 scary things caught on camera. Ghosts and the paranormal. When ghost hunting turns real. 3 teenagers decided to film a comedic parody of the television show Ghost Hunters in an abandoned county prison. The video uploader mentions that he and his friends were just goofing around and didn't expect to catch anything on camera. But once they begin to edit their footage from the prison hallway, they find that their parody might have actually caught something supernatural.
Alright, so we're in the phase of the investigation now where everybody breaks off in their own little areas with, a handy cam, and we're just sort of checking around to see if we can find anything on our own. And hopefully, each one of us finds our own evidence and our own personal stories. Just sort of checking around.
What looks like a disturbing ghostly face can be seen peering through one of the windows of a holding cell. The scary face seems to be staring directly at the teen as he passes by.
Just sort of checking around.
The video poster mentioned that all of the holding cell doors in the abandoned prison were locked, so no one could have gotten inside. So is this a ghost caught on camera, or a very bizarre smudge on the glass caught in the perfect light? Let me know what you think down in the comments.
A handy cam, and we're just sort of checking around to see if we can find anything on our own.
Goosebumps.
All right, James, you hear me?
Yeah.
You broke up there a little bit. Yeah, I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yep.
I forgot to plug in my Ethernet, and I'm too lazy to go get it now because in the bomb shelter Wi-Fi is kind of scarce, so it's my fault. I'm breaking up a little bit tonight. So I did skip one
all
step.
good.
I didn't plug the Ethernet into the Discord computer.
All good.
Anyway, that's crazy, right?
So let's start. What's Abby's take on
Go
this?
ahead, Abby.
She's new.
Done.
I saw a face.
You saw a face?
It means a face.
But I still think it's a weirdly shaped smudge that our brains sort of piece together
So you think it's
into a face.
matrixing.
That's what it's called. I couldn't
Paradoidal.
think of the
Yeah,
word.
matrixing, paradoidal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can.
interesting, but that's what I think it is.
I can.
I agree.
I can see that. I can see that a little bit.
I think it's just smudge on the glass.
I actually.
I would not.
I mean, the way they led up to it, like they're going to film a parody, so they could edit something in there like crazy like that. If it's a real face and they truly did not mean to catch that, I mean, I saw full facial features there. So it's still too good to be true for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Justin thinks it's a smudge from someone's greasy face.
Yeah,
I agree, buddy.
I absolutely agree. Because that is crazy. That is
And
actually-
but what you're saying from the light, when if the camera had light on it, that would make sense why it would shift a little bit because of the light, the way it shines on it. That's maybe it's something, but I highly doubt.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of like orbs in my mind. Like you see smudge on glass, you can't. It's smudge. If you see orbs in outside, and it's all a bunch of dust. Most of the time. My personal take. So I think that's an easy one. You're either for it or you're against it, and I think we're pretty much on the same.
It's also too perfect.
It is very perfect. It's weird.
Yeah. I didn't see it very well. Like I thought it was just a smudge the whole time. Like I saw
So you
like
didn't
two
see
little.
the-
I saw two little like round areas where it could have been eyes, but I didn't make out a face.
Yeah,
It was in the bottom corner. It wasn't the center.
Yeah.
I can see that. That sounds about right.
But that's the way I work it.
That is the way the cookie crumbles.
That is the way I see it.
All right, what we did? We got another part of this video.
Next one.
A man named George from the YouTube channel 757 Ghost Hunters claims that his home is haunted by the ghost of a little girl and that he often experiences paranormal phenomena around his house.
Is that you? We're out of here. It's too creepy back there, man.
One day he sees a ball mysteriously rolling down his hallway. He begins to record.
What's up, everybody? George here, by myself in the hallway. And the ball, not my ball, but the ball is moving by itself again. I gotta capture it for you guys, because nobody believes me. Go ahead and move. Oh my gosh, that was weird. Go ahead and move the ball again. Come on, sweetheart, move the ball. Whoa, there it goes. Oh my god, dude, I've got goosebumps, man. Oh Lord Jesus. God is here. Jesus loves you. And he loves me. He loves his family. Please be nice. Please be nice. Dude, I've got goosebumps so bad right now. You like the ball? What the heck? Oh, dude, it's pushing it down. Oh my god. What the hell? Dude, I want to run so bad right now, but I can't. I gotta film this. It's okay, honey. Are you pushing it to me? Dude, this is crazy, man. What? Okay, alright, okay, stop. Oh my god, man. I cannot believe this. Dude, this is insane. Oh my god.
There don't appear to be any wires or strings in sight, and the ball moves in a very bizarre pattern. George shows the camera that the scary experience has literally given him goosebumps.
God, oh my god, something just got thrown at me. Look at my goosebumps, guys. Look at my goosebumps. Dude, I have the biggest goosebumps. I'm not making this up at all. Like, this is freaking me the hell out. And it's something...
Ball
Got
moves.
trunked at me or something. I don't even know. Yeah. It's pretty scary.
But what do you think? Is this a ghost caught on camera or an elaborate hoax?
Oh, damn it.
Me the hell.
Hang on here.
I bumped.
Way to fake goosebumps that I don't know about. Let me know in the comments.
Sorry.
All good, honey. There we go. So, yeah, so we have a couple different opinions on this. Rachel, thank you for following. Appreciate it.
First off, before we get started, I want to tell you a little backstory about Justin Wayner. He was in the Marine Corps with me. We were stationed at NCAS Cherry Point, North Carolina. We worked third shift together. Kevin, you've heard me talk about kissy sights.
Oh,
And all them, and
yeah, I know. I heard the story.
About the Marine veterans go out there with me, and we'd be looking like we're crazy on the flight line, using our
Yeah.
we have everything like that. So Justin, thanks for tuning in, man. I miss you. It's been too long since I've seen you, bud. So I need to make it down to Georgia and see you, or wherever you're at now. I don't even know where you're at now. So I need to come ghost hunt with you, bud. That's the big thing. We need to do old school ghost hunt, because he was really truly there when I first really got into ghost hunting, like digging into it deeper and everything like that. And he was like, I think we went to the pawn shop together and bought a digital recorder. I don't remember if he went with me or not. I don't. A lot of blurry times back in those days. So,
Do you hear anything? You hearing it again?
what?
Sorry,
Yeah.
she lost you for a
Okay.
second on her headset. They cat bit into him, so it's probably just disconnected.
So my thing is, with this ball, if it would have moved away from him in the hallway.
Oh, he's in
Yeah,
Georgia.
he's in Georgia. Yeah, he's in Georgia. I figured it.
You know he.
Yeah, he's been.
Oh man,
Yeah,
we gotta go.
We do gotta go.
We gotta go to Georgia. There's so many things in Savannah, Georgia,
That's
man.
annoying, huh?
Just
Two, that's a big one. For me, it's still not enough evidence that he wasn't having it. Because if you film a fishing line, it doesn't show up.
Yeah.
And the way it was tug, and it wasn't movement that was natural.
it wasn't rolling very
It
well.
wasn't rolling. It was more of a tug, because
much.
that would cause it to spin on axis. If you tug it and it pops off or something like that, it's going to spin. So that one's really hard for me to not, to debunk. I mean, not hard to debunk.
Yeah.
That's not hard at all.
Not hard to believe. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not hard to not believe it and think it might have been manipulated
Yeah, man.
in a way where, if they had if it had like a reverse camera on the other end pointing at them,
Yeah, they did.
and you'd see like it was. I mean, dude, yes, like I would not be able to debunk it very well. It would be much harder. And maybe there is a fishing line and someone's in a completely different room tugging on it.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at a very elaborate scheme, and there.
It is.
But yeah,
Very.
I mean, I get. If it is true, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, what do you think, honey?
I mean, maybe it's the wine, but I bought it. Now that you guys are telling me that I was probably wrong, I feel pretty silly.
I forgot we should have started with
a
her.
girl in his hallway. Why can't we all hope that?
Let's start with Abby next time, because we're kind of like the monsters that come in like that.
Yeah, yeah. I like how she's like, I'm a bit skeptic, when we start this, and then all of a sudden we're like, that's fake.
I
She's
know,
like, I
but when
fucking
it's
ate it up.
You want to believe it's a little kid? Come on.
Yeah, the mom came out.
I mean, but you've made very good points.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, that's the things that people don't see when, I mean, how I believe that one video that Kayla posted to us.
Yes.
And there were some things you can argue that
It was interesting.
there was a person
that one
in the
was
distance
crazy.
in one of them. But, sometimes you just want to believe. You look at it, you're like, I just want to believe this. It's too good. So
Holy smokes, I did
All right,
get some
here.
sun today. Now that I'm seeing my shoulder
Yeah.
or tank top today.
yeah, dude,
That might have been,
you did.
that's crazy. Oops.
All
So
right,
going back,
I'm gonna
let
switch
me-
this
let
over
me-
here. Yeah.
Cellar dweller. Two girls are alone at home late one night when they hear strange noises coming from their basement. They take a camera and a couple of flashlights and go to investigate.
It's really cold in here. Freezing. What is that? I don't know. Here, you hold it. Go look. Is it a door? Just do it.
Now, the girls' reactions in the video seem pretty legit, so they were either very scared or that was some pretty good acting. But this all could have just been a prank being pulled on them, and that ghost on camera could just be their big brother in a mask. Let me know what you think down in the comments.
Did you watch it? Sorry.
I'm lagging a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind you guys.
No, Facebook is just a little bit behind.
I didn't see it, man.
Okay, so let's start with Abby here. I just want to make sure you watched it.
Yeah, I
You just want me to go first so I can say my dumb thing and then you guys can tell me how wrong I am.
Absolutely.
All
it might be
right.
the beer talking.
I'm a half a bottle of wine in, and let me tell you what I think. I saw a creepy face.
Yeah.
I really did. And I would have run screaming too. And I can't say that it was like a mirror or something in there with the reflection of one of the girls because the flashlight or whatever didn't really reflect right. I don't know. I think it could be legit. I don't know.
I think personally it could be one of two things. Either this is legit and they got scared out of their mind, or it's a damn good prank. You know, scary mask, you know, it was a big craze. Could have been Halloween. You never know the time. Someone knows these girls are alone, just wants to scare the bejesus out of them. It's a great prank. It's a great prank.
It's a great
Two girls scared. You know, so, you know, it's one of those, like, it's not enough on the video to be able to tell if it's actually paranormal or not. But it's either paranormal or it's an amazing prank, and good on the pranker.
And I fell for it.
Fell for it.
She would have screamed. I know. I probably
I
would have
screamed
yelled.
too,
Like,
yeah.
I would have. Fuck. Like,
I saw something there, but it's just a split second
yeah.
of it. I can't really go either way on that one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I can back it. Do you want me to back it up a little bit?
I mean, you can do whatever you want to do there.
I didn't know if you saw it or not. You said you didn't see it.
I don't want to see it again. I don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
You know?
You think it's a
I
prank?
think it's a prank. I mean, come on. Teenage daughters. I work with too many teenagers.
Yeah, I think it's either a brother or a guy wanting to scare two girls,
Exactly.
so he can be their savior later, or the guy that's like the Joker, you know, has a fun experience with them.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, moving on. That was a quick one.
Want a balloon? A man working the late shift at the Victor Varela Children's Hospital in Argentina claimed that a creepy balloon had been following him around the hospital as he made his rounds. He asked a disbelieving coworker to step out into the hospital hallway and take a look.
Ahí está, ya la aprendí, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Bueno, salí de la pieza a las 4, hace un pozo, cuando salí tenía otra. Cuando vine para acá, se me empezó a pegar, boludo. Me pegué un cagazo y ahora lo veo.
Pero es la estática, boludo. Está lejos.
Está viniendo para acá.
Ay, la concha de la lora. La pibita de la camacita me dijo que le tocaron la pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda, se viene para acá.
Pero se viene para acá, pelotuda. No. ¿Está prendido el aire algo?
¿Qué sé yo? Sí, creo que sí.
Tomate.
No, me fui a la mierda, la concha de la lora.
Feeling a bit creeped out, the two go into a room to avoid the creepy balloon. But soon, this.
Ahí está. Se pase largo, boludo.
¿Ves?
Ay, la concha de la lora. Ay, la puta que te parió.
Now, we've all seen old helium balloons just sort of float around the room, but this might be the first time I've seen one follow someone down a hallway, around a corner, and into a room. But you decide. Is this a ghost caught on camera, or just a balloon floating around on a very odd path?
All right.
All right. Until the end, I was a little bit more like, what the heck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even with air movement, a balloon does not just make a 90-degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's. I'm gonna be the bear. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to go first. Go ahead.
Okay. But there, last time with the little girl and the ball, you guys were like, "There's fishing wire, and you
Pour
can."
some more wine, honey.
No, I
Can't you do that with a balloon?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what I'm
absolutely.
saying. Believe it.
You can do the exact same thing.
And then a person, and
you
it
do
runs up
see-
against a person, and will, if it stays within 6 inches to a foot, it will follow a person because of static electricity.
Static,
Yeah.
right?
So one thing I will add that's a little bit different on this one is with the string, it doesn't work as well because that thing didn't clip the room. So when it made that 90-degree, it came past that area and then turned in.
Yeah.
Like normally when you're pulling on a string, it takes the shortest distance and it pulls it to the
Yep.
wall because you're pulling against the wall, and then it like rounds the corner
Yeah,
on
that's
a wall. Like it doesn't.
it is pretty.
Like that's what I would say would be the difference. Like I look at that and I'm like, it went past. So when you're pulling on a string, it it'll rub against the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it didn't do that. So
But if you time
either
it
they
right, though.
timed it. Yeah, either they timed it right, and they had.
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking like someone making an elaborate scheme again. One person behind them pulling a string so far, and then the other person pulling it into the room.
Yeah.
When you start getting into that stuff, you just straight up don't believe in the paranormal. I find it to. I'm on the fence. What's more likely? Was this a big mainstream video? Then yeah, maybe they made it to get some money.
Yeah.
Or if this could be just evidence that they captured on their cell phone.
Exactly.
They're hospital workers. That's what happens. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of things that surround that stuff, and you just don't know what happens.
Nope. You really don't, and that's the big thing there. It really is. What is there? One more, maybe?
I think there's either one or maybe two more, but if
I
there's
think
two,
one.
that's really short. Is there only one?
Well,
Could be.
send
Have
it.
we done 4?
All right.
Noises in the attic. A Portuguese couple keeps hearing strange loud noises coming from their attic. They grab a camera and go to investigate. The woman seems very frightened and keeps telling her husband to, quote, be careful in Portuguese. Turns out, there's a very good reason for her concern.
Vais fazer? Tu vais lá acima sozinho. Eu vou lá contigo. Mas tem cuidado. Opa! Opa! Não, tu não vais lá sozinho. Ai. Opa, olha, vai lá tu, toma. Toma, eu fico aqui. Desculpa, não consigo, desculpa. Desculpa, eu estou cheia de medo, a sério, vai lá tu, mas tem cuidado, tá bem? Olha aí. Olha que estás a ouvir.
Caralho, o que é isto, meu? Não, nada, está tudo bem, está tudo bem. Tudo bem. Bem? Nada. Espera aí. Não. Opa.
Anda lá, Ana. Eu ajudo. Cuidado. Anda. Peraí, eu ajudo a descer. Tu viste? Olha, mas fecha isso. Fecha isso. Mas não viste alguma coisa? O que é que tem acontecido?
That's the top 5 scary ghost clips for this week. But just to end things on a lighter note, here's a bonus funny clip of a teenage girl.
One more. Hey, Jason.
Hey. So that, Abby, you're first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
I like that.
think it's baloney.
Well, you can't just say.
Is that all I have to say?
Well, yeah. Why?
What? Okay. Where are their lights? Why aren't there lights on? Why are we doing this in the dark? The attics have lights. Where's the light?
Not all.
Well, I also found it weird that when they were handing the camera off from the wife to the husband, he paused for a moment to clearly get her reaction. When if it was real, it would just be this jumbled handoff and then he takes it up to the attic. He like filmed her for a second. I just found that weird.
He stopped and paused.
What now?
He stopped and kind of paused.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
What do you think, James?
To me, it looks like they rigged up a dummy because when the face goes down, it's like the whole body like jiggles. So it's not like and a body wouldn't like just fall like that. And if it was a ghost, it would come to the camera, not fall into the camera.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It looks like it's standing straight up kind of and then falling forward.
Yeah.
And then...
It looks too staged to me. Unfortunately, I didn't believe any of these videos tonight.
Yeah, and that's gonna be hit or miss. I mean, it's YouTube.
That's true.
You know,
It is.
we
I like that we do that.
if anyone is watching us in another paranormal group and you want to send us your evidence,
Yeah,
and
well,
you wanna
absolutely.
broadcast it on here. You know, we'll definitely look at it, help give our thoughts on it live, you know, and see what's going on and get everyone else's opinion. And if you're okay with that, we're gonna give our honest opinion. We're gonna have a few beers when we do it,
Absolutely.
and so I personally, I think it was all too perfect. Um, it's all too good. You rarely have the audio distortion that was happening, and weird noises in the background, and seeing a face.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all the things that you would love to see. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yes. Bo looked like a phone app add-on. Yeah, I agree. Like a filter or something on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's you hate to see when people do it this far. They go this far to fake something because they're in it for attention. They're in it. What was that?
My moon water jar untapped. What's it called when it's sealed and you push it down? It just randomly popped
Well,
sitting here on the table.
that was weird.
It
I
happens.
believe that more than
Probably the change. It's been in the fridge,
Yeah, it's
so
cold
probably
now.
the change
Yeah.
in temperature from sitting out here.
Yeah.
Or paranormal.
Aliens.
Dun, dun, dun. No.
Okay, it's just real quick. James and Kevin, do you guys remember that documentary that we watched called Extraordinary?
No.
With the guy who claimed that aliens were visiting him and he had them on video.
It was on
That
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember, we found out it was totally fake.
Yeah.
Did you?
But sometimes these people work so hard to make it look like it's the real deal. If you're interested, people check out Extraordinary. It's all fake. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, I think they
But it
might
was
have
funny.
taken it off.
Then they go to
It what?
I think they might have taken it off Netflix. I'm not for sure though.
Oh, well, the star of it, the guy, he got nailed for like child pornography or something awful
And then he
like
was trying
that.
to put that on the government
Yeah.
and try to say,
That was a weird,
yeah, it
documentary.
was.
Just talking about debunking though.
Yeah.
Well, there was one where he had an alien picture, and it was clearly like he tried really hard making an alien. You're like, yeah, we can find that mask anywhere.
Yeah.
So there is one more bonus video, and it looks to be pretty short. So we'll put that on real quick.
Oh, Bo says it depressurized. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
The jar depressurized.
Girl who thinks she sees a ghost and kind of ends up just scaring herself. A YouTube user says that she was walking down the hallway of Cleveland's historic Renaissance Hotel when she thought she heard something strange behind her and, quote, felt a cold presence. So she pulls out her phone and turns on a random Snapchat filter to see if it will lock on to anything. It did.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I felt something behind me. No. I swear to God, I felt somebody breathing on me. No. I'm freaking myself out. Go away. No. There's no way. No.
No. No.
Can you not do it in that voice though?
Oh man, that was amazing.
No, when you put that Snapchat filter on, it changes the voice. Whatever you say sounds that way.
I know.
It's like, no.
He was just focusing on the lights and thought it was a face.
It was
Yeah,
every time
yeah.
she lined up those lights
It's
just
just-
right. Oh my god. That was entertainment.
Oh man, that's
That just made my day.
gold.
I'm not gonna lie.
Gold.
But the fact that some lady ran scared back to her hotel room.
Yeah.
Because of that,
Thinking
she
it's
took
paranormal.
herself out, and it was literally just her
Yeah.
Yeah.
phone connecting the filters to the lights.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was. But the voice, I just can't.
Justin, we started on Twitch, but we kind of moved to Facebook because we got a better following.
And we were able to link our page, our Facebook
Yeah.
page to it. So do feel free to watch like our Facebook page and check it out. You'll always get notified when we go live, and we're eventually. So I should add, we'll eventually have stars. I gotta do some things to get that broadcast more often. I'm thinking about in October, playing a scary game.
Yeah.
I don't think we really need to discuss that one. I think we knew the evidence. There's no evidence. It was just a funny thing.
But it was funny.
It was hilarious.
Yeah,
but I'm looking for a video game to play that you'll all be interested in. Not necessarily in my normal. It'll be a scary video game, hopefully, that I'm into, and it'll eventually be. We're on Facebook Gaming, basically, Justin. So we moved to that. So yeah.
Yep, we sure did. Well, I think that was a very successful show tonight, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I had fun.
Did I do a good job?
Yeah, you did.
Don't tell.
Yay!
I'm happy she did a good job.
Okay.
You did right when we
Oh, you
started.
did great. You did a great job. That was awesome tonight.
Thanks, guys. That's nerve
Tonight
wracking.
was awesome. But I mean, I'm ready to wrap her up for the night. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think next week, some point we'll have Bo.
Oh, yeah.
I think Bo
absolutely.
is next
Yay,
week.
Bo.
So we have Bo, we have Justin, and we have Kofi
Yes,
at some
Kofi,
point.
we have a nice
Not in
three.
any particular order. So some point we got to have everyone on, and that will in Alan.
Yeah.
Alan as well. Almost forgot. Sorry, Alan. If you're watching, I did not forget. I remembered you, buddy.
Aw.
Yeah. he
Bo
was
says I
walking.
did great. Thanks, Bo. And Bo, I did see your comment about Mary and the bagels. I'm gonna have to ask her what that is about.
Yeah, when we can all see
I
each
love
other
Mary.
in person. So,
Yeah.
Or we can save that for the podcast if Mary wants to.
Yeah.
That's true.
say
Check it out.
Well, guys, I'm gonna
So-
get you guys signed off here. Make sure you go to in the description our merch thing if you'd like to buy some merch. Send it
Yes.
on over. Anything and everything that you buy will go into making this Twitch stream better, and it will go into making the
Facebook
group
stream.
better, making us allow us to go different places and everything like that.
Yeah.
So make sure you
We don't make
support.
much on
We
it.
don't at all.
Yeah.
Not enough.
We don't make much on
might be
it.
enough to-
And all
to
that
do a little
will be.
an emoji for you guys or something. But
Yeah,
donate, you can donate
do
to
something.
at the same thing. You can donate. Make us have a good year. Let us have a good year.
We
So we
appreciate
can
it.
be here and share this stuff with you guys. So thank you very much for joining us, and until next time.
Take it easy. See you guys.
Bye.